Okay. So this is actually not that hard to do. You just got the parts sometimes are a little stuck together, right? You have to figure out what goes where. Okay, so that's the side. Yeah, that's the top. That's the side. Okay, the first thing we do is make the sides together. So I have my own tool for that. This one, which I bought on Amazon because the one they give you, this thing, I mean it works, but it's not very good. So you see, this is what comes with. It's really not as good as this, which you can buy yourself. One nice thing about this, it's got a spring so it holds the clip on there. So just basically, you see how the frame is a little bit bent. It always happens because of the way they ship it. But don't worry about that. So you just basically quickly put I'm not even looking at the instructions because I've made so many of these. You guys might need to. So yeah. So that's just, I mean, there you go, right? You can kind of see that's the top. Those are the sides. It comes partially put together, but you still have to clip some of the stuff together yourself. Otherwise, obviously, it's a lot easier to ship this thing when it's in a flat box, right? So that's how it comes. So you see, I'm just basically putting the basic shape together. Okay, that's an old clip. Here you go. You can also buy these clips on Amazon too. These are called Hog Rings, but they give you some already in the box. So, and the ones they give you are good enough. If you want to buy your own, I believe these are 1/4 inch. And you'll notice they don't go all the way, like they're not as tight as the ones that they've done at the factory. That's because they've got like a hydraulic press, which is really expensive. And you can't do as good a job as they can with these things. But I found in practice it doesn't really matter. I mean, it may look a little disturbing that it's not like totally tight. It's going to have a little bit of, play to it. But in practice, it doesn't matter. The rats can't get out anyway. So it's basically good enough. So you see how I just very quickly put, so there you go. I don't know if you can see that side. You see how the clips are kind of spaced, I don't know, like 2-3 inches apart, something like that. Yeah, so you get some structural stability there, and the rats won't be able to squeeze out. Even babies won't be able to get out of that. All right, see, it's already starting to look like kind of a cage. Now, on the back part here, so you have to clip this. This is kind of a little bit awkward to do with just one person. Actually, if you're on a carpet, you see the carpet will kind of a little bit hold it in place. So all you really have to do is get the first one in there. So I don't know if you can see how I'm doing this. See, the clip is on there. Now, if I've got this right, and I hope I do, when I do that, there. Once you've got that first clip in there, you're good. Because that will hold that in place, and you can easily put the rest in. So, okay. Then you just kind of walk it back from there. Alright. That's 3 clips in. And again, 2-3 inches apart, something like that. Okay. Almost there. Okay. See this, there was a little bit of a gap there, but once I put the clip in there, now it's holding tight. And I think I'll do one more right here. And that's it. That's that side. Okay, now they suggest that you, yeah, see how that's a little bit bent, but it's basically okay. Yeah. Now they suggest you can put a clip or two in here to kind of hold that down. That's the kind of like the little stairway for the rats, right? So in order to do that, I've got to push it up. Otherwise, it won't be close enough for me to get the clip in, you know, the stairs, right? And then you see, you find a place where the, see how the stairs here are meeting where that crosses like that? You can get a clip in there, right? There you go. Okay, you don't need to put that many. It's not really, it's not structural, right? It's just basically keeping that down. And yeah, I don't know. Should I put another one in there? Well, I could sort of put one here, maybe. And, yeah, I don't know. Maybe like here. Okay. I think that's good enough. Yeah? All right. There you go. That didn't take much time at all. Now, here's the door. Now, this one you might want to check the instructions just to make sure you're putting it in there right. Now, first of all, you know that you need to have these things. You know, this is like the latch. Okay, these have to be out, right? And then there should be a picture on here showing which direction this will go. And no, unfortunately, there isn't a picture. But anyway, attach front panel to cage. When holding your front panel properly, the door should swing out. The door latches should be on the right side and open from the right, swinging to the left. Okay, is that clear? Not really. Well, let's figure this out. Okay, so on the right side, the door latches, what they mean is that. Okay, it's got to be like that. See how I've got it? Hinges here, latches here. Okay, that's how it goes. Right? Now all I have to do is clip this on there and we're done. I'm not, I don't know if we should show the whole process of doing this, but I'll just show you enough to get started. You notice how the corners are often bent. Yeah, you have to kind of bend it back. Very annoying. I've talked to them about this. It's kind of a shipping issue, or something. These wire panels often come bent in shipping. This is the kind of the most negative thing about Martin's cages. And when these things are bent, sometimes if you bend them back, you can actually damage the welds, and then the cage is useless. And I actually had to return one because of that. So see how that, let's get that in there. Okay, so here we go. So you just basically rough it out. You get the 4 corners. Yeah. All right. So. Okay, that's that. And then again, you basically clip them all together. Okay, there you go. And okay. All right. They actually sell some hog ring pliers that have the rings kind of like a staple. You know how like staples, they're all stuck together and you don't have to keep reloading a stapler because the staples are all stuck together in a big column, and every time you staple another one comes forward. So they've got some hog ring pliers like that. So, I mean, if you wanted to be really fast and professional about it, you could get one of those, and then you could just go chick, 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 and put this thing together in no time. So that's like one of the biggest, you know, like time-consuming parts is I have to keep reloading this thing every time, right? So if I had like 100 of these things loaded up automatically, obviously that would go a lot quicker, you know? Because it's not hard. It's a little time consuming, that's all. And your hands might get a little bit tired after you've done this for a while. So I really envy those guys at the factory they've got those hydraulic presses, and they just go, you know, chunk, 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 and they get a perfect, really tight ring on there too. Okay, so now we've done the top. Let's go ahead and do the sides. All right. Yeah. And it really almost doesn't matter what order you do this in. Yeah. So sometimes it might be helpful to choose the parts that are sticking out the most and clip those, and that kind of squeezes everything together and holds it all together. Then it's easier to do the rest, but it kind of doesn't matter that much. All right, so okay, yeah. Again, the most annoying part of this whole thing is that I have to keep loading up this, but the fact that it's got a spring in there really helps a lot, because the spring holds the hog ring on there. That's one reason why this is a much better plier than the one that comes with from Martin's, because the one they give you doesn't have that spring, so you're gonna have to, you know, do a little bit more work holding it in. And we'll do this side. Oh shoot, I already had one there. All right, that's fine. So now I've got 2 in the same spot. No biggie. All right. So, you see, it didn't take that long to do this cage, did it? All right. I don't know how long this has been, but I'm doing this in real time, so this is literally how long it's going to take you. Yeah. I don't think that's that bad. Again, your hands might get a little tired squeezing those hog rings, but yeah. Okay, We're almost done, right? I even put a few too many in here. It doesn't matter. All right. This cage is almost done. So, okay. We still have to do this part. So, see? Just put a few rings in there to keep it up. All right. There's one. Okay, put one at the end. That's a little bit far. You got to make sure that, see, that's a little too far. I've got to make sure that when I put that ring in there, it's going to catch, you know, the two things I'm trying to put together. Otherwise, the ring is just going to close on one of the wires, and then you're going to have to cut it off because it's not going to hold on to anything. So you don't want that. All right. You can already see how the door latch works. So it's very simple but effective. Everything is made of wire except for this plastic part around, around the door frame. I have no idea why they've made that out of plastic. That is the only thing on this cage that your rats will be able to chew on, unfortunately. All right. Well, I don't know. I always put too many rings on here. They give you a lot of rings in the bag, so feel free to use as many as you want. It's not going to hurt anything. It just makes me feel better. Have a lot of rings. And that's okay, that's the cage. Now, you can put this thing on here. So basically, this is the handle. You kind of want to have it centered. So what do you think, Misha? Is that centered? How can I tell? All right. Oh, darn it. Well, if I had something to measure this with, it'd be great, but I don't. So, can just quickly check to see, is it roughly centered? Yeah, more or less. Yeah. So if it's centered and you pick it up, it'll be nice and straight. So let's say I want to put it there. Okay. Then I can get a nice big strong pliers and smush this. That's one. This pliers is obviously, it's a pipe wrench. It's not meant for this purpose, but it works. And that's two. There you go. All right. Okay, here's the bottom. All right, so these are the springs that hold the bottom on. Again, really simple, but it's effective. It's got a little ring here for pulling it off when you want to take the bottom off. You just got to get these, see that goes there, and then you got to put this up maybe like here so there's some tension. All right, see, and that stays on. And you see, you got one at roughly in the middle, obviously, and we'll just do the other side. All right, put it up a little higher than it. All right, there you go, and that's your cage. It's done. Okay, now all you got to do is put litter in it and put your rats in. There's the door. See, it opens and closes just like that. Well, that wasn't that hard, was it? Okay, well, we're done.